Bad faith actors recruit a myriad of tactics during conflict, chief among them everybody's favorite, manipulation. Other ones are logical fallacies. Chief among those, they love the red herring, the appeal to hypocrisy, and then sometimes they just go to overt lies. And it would almost be clever if it wasn't so stupid. So the jig is up, and I just want to talk. You know, during a conflict, when every avenue you seem to go down is the wrong avenue, somehow an eye roll is more offensive than an overt lie they told you. A scoff is heavily weighted against you, and now all of a sudden you're a bad person. You've got an attitude, no one can deal with you. You're impossible. You know, their favorite inflammatory statements. Because those are known to make things better, right? But they do pack a punch at the most crucial of times. They seem to know the exact things to say to push your buttons. And because they're there, sat calmly, you're the villain. And although they haven't made a good faith contribution yet to the conversation, they're given more tallies by societal standards. Say it with me. Society is a notoriously bad teacher for things like morals, conflict conduct. But don't worry, it gives bad faith actors a million hall passes if they just do it the right way. And you'll look horrible by comparison. You were the one that was raising your voice. No one should ever, ever raise their voice. Buddy, I'm sure what you did was way worse than raising your voice. But no, they're the angel, almost the savior in this story. So let's talk about what society values as opposed to maybe what it should. Being effective during conflict is almost vilified. The thing society really values is being pleasant. Being pleasant is paramount. By any means necessary, be pleasant. Even though it shouldn't really matter if you're pleasant or not, because presumably you're in conflict because you feel uncomfortable. So God forbid anyone acts at all the way they feel. And tiptoeing around, that's where you're gonna get your gold star from society. Do you need a gold star from society? Answer that by yourself. But all these gold stars from society all come at the expense of any real productivity or progress in your interpersonal relationships. You can't address things too directly, or else you'll be viewed as too antagonistic, a touch too aggressive. If you go down the road of being too direct, you're going to be given a lecture on how well the conversation could have gone if you just did this instead. Insert very specific parameters that would likely change had you done it that way anyways. A person can say, hey, let's approach this as a team. They can say that on repeat during the discussion, and they'll be praised by society. No real contribution, just that phrase. Let's approach this as a team. Meanwhile, they cheated on their partner, and when their partner tries to address it, the problematic behavior is, wow, you're making accusations now? We're just accusing each other now? Okay. Wow, you're coming at me. Wow, you're gonna call me a liar now? The other person won't be denying it, and the worst part is they don't have to. Not for society to say that they've won. They won't say, no, I didn't do that, that's not true. But because the culture is do not offend, before all else, do not offend, be pleasant, they'll get away with it. Because by societal standards, they're right. Do not offend, be pleasant. They're more in the right. They're not correct. You might be spot on. But by societal standards, they are winning. Because those are the parameters. And by those parameters, bad faith actors and manipulators are given free rein. Who do you think set up the parameters? Who do you think set it up? Societal norms are set up by the people that would most benefit from them. Who most benefits from these rules? It's not the great people that are always doing great things all the time. Who do you think made questioning someone rude? Definitely not the person that's innocent. Bad faith actors, they're always following societal rules. They know them to the T. One thing about bad faith actors is they know how to play by societal rules where you can't call the thing, not without being called a horrible person first. In a house where there's an alcoholic parent present, or a cheater, or a narcissist, you can do anything except for call the thing. In other words, you could talk about anything, except of course the problem. And the thing is, if you can't name it, then you can't fix it, or fight it. And that's actually how bad faith actors thrive. And the environment encourages it and rewards it. And that's what I'm talking about. Conflict is protracted. Did I put this on already? Anyways, today's combo is Oud, Gentle Fluidity Gold, and Silver. That is my signature night scent combo right now. So what's the fix? I'm talking a lot and I'll talk more about it, but it wouldn't feel right to just talk about the problem without maybe talking about a solution for you. You need to stop coveting the trophy that society will award you if you play by societal rules. You need to stop playing. Society giving you the crown as a pleasant person, as a conflict-averse person, as one of society's finest sheep. Don't worship the trophy. Don't even consider the trophy. Someone wants to say, wow, you're really bad at handling conflict. You're really bad at this. You're the problem. Da-da-da-da. You could say, according to what? Societal standards. Cool. I've got a different rubric. Maybe we should compare rubrics and see if we're aligned. Honestly, this might be a moral misalignment. more than anything else. But here I value the truth. Here I value doing the right thing. Here I value our relationship, where I want us to improve foundationally. If I can talk about everything surrounding a problem, just never the problem. Like, I can't say your drinking is a problem. I can talk around it and say how I'm hurt and I'm sad, but we can't talk about the person running the household has a serious problem, that they are an alcoholic, that they are a narcissist, that they are malicious. You can't say that. Don't call it by its name. You can never address the thing, so yeah, conflict is protracted. Society tells you that the path to resolution is not a straight line. It's actually a hypnotic spiral that never lands on anything resembling reconciliation, resolution, but most importantly, relief. You'll never get that. So do not play. Let them be the court's finest jester. Find someone that just values being a good person, not playing by societal rules. Because dealing with conflict right now between you and someone you love and abiding by societal rules, it feels like putting what's between your ears through a blender. And everyone's like, sign me up, great, let's see him do it again. No. Say no. Say I don't take my cues from society. You don't take them from me, you don't take them from a TikTok, you don't take them from YouTube. You listen to what someone says and you say, does that sound right? Does that sound right? You know. Number one, you'll never agree with what someone says 100% anyways. But don't be a pawn. When you know something's wrong, you know something's wrong. Oh, well, they raised the roast. Okay, well, let's hear a little bit about the context. She called me a liar. Okay, were you lying? None of these questions will feel like an interrogation to someone that is not lying, did not cheat, is not genuinely in the wrong. Someone that's operating in good faith does not need to put up the same fight or create the same laws to enable their manipulation. Just think about that. Who's gonna lobby the most for these norms to stay put? It's not the honest people. This all mostly stems from Protestant and puritanical practices. When they came to the United States, they were hell-bent on telling the Native Americans their way of life was savage. Stop yelling, whisper. Don't do it direct, be passive-aggressive. Don't worry about the truth, we'll tell them later. They'll find out. That's where you're getting your cues from. Those were the people at the top, and this is now where it's filtered down to. Obey it if you want, but it doesn't make any sense. I can tell you right now, I will never be in a relationship with someone that takes their cues from society. It is the quickest way for me to be unhappy. Society will always find a reason why you're wrong. It's just whether they want you to be on the chopping block today or not. Under societal standards, control and perception are at the top of the pyramid. And that's what became law. On the backs of untold suffering. That is what has become the norm. Manipulation started when, hey, if I can make you look bad, I bet I can get people on my side. I don't really need to be right. I just need to not be them for as long as possible. Because they have all the same impulses. Manipulators know societal standards to a T. Who needs to know the playbook more than a player? If you don't think it's a game, you don't really need the rules. They're operating in a very morally gray place, and that becomes a mindset. One they convince themselves is the law and is right and is the only way. Certainly the right way. Certainly righter than you. I'm not wrong, I just haven't convinced them I'm right yet. Or even if I'm wrong, I'm gonna argue that they're more wrong. Either way, they're not getting out of this alive. There are so many variations of prevalent phallical thinking that I don't want to interact with anyone that shows a thread or a flash of manipulative tactics, because it's a slippery slope. You'll never know if they're operating in good faith again. You know that they're capable. You know that that's a place that they're willing to go. That's the place they're willing to take it. And where does it stop? It starts when they say start and it stops when they say stop. It's a good enough excuse here, but not there. And then there you go. Control and perception. It's always right when I do, it's never right when you do. There is no end to it. My solution is don't play. Play your own game. And if I seem passionate, yeah, I'm writing a book on it. So anyways, here's the fit. Love you guys and bye, Pookies.